So, over the last few months, I've been doing something on a daily basis that has really benefited me, and the activity I've been doing is just writing. And it doesn't matter what format I write. Sometimes I write poems, sometimes I write essays, sometimes I write aphorisms or other things. But this is really one of the greatest things you can do for yourself, and I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to explain why and how it's benefited me so much. And yeah, hopefully it inspires you to take up a new endeavor, a new passion, a new hobby that is productive, that is expressive, that is something that will allow you to get out things that you can't get out in any other medium. And there's something about great art, there's something about great works of art that just express more than could ever be said in other means. You can't read Kafka and not say that. You can't read Emerson and not say that. There's things that you stumble upon, that you just gaze upon, or you read, or you just consume, and you're like, yeah, there was something in there. There's a part of the soul, and what that really is the essence of life. Because think about it, you go about your day, and you do a certain set of things. You wake up, you go to work. Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you're studying. Whatever it is that you do that on a daily basis, and there's gaps in your personality that aren't being fulfilled. And what I'm talking about is Jung's individuation, the idea of basically how you fix your life from one of the greatest minds ever, Carl Gustav Jung. And basically, what it states is that we have certain energies, we have certain aspects, we have certain emotions, we have certain facets of ourselves that can't be fulfilled by normal everyday society. Think, when you were in school, you weren't allowed to go to the bathroom without asking the teacher. That created some gap between who you were and who you were presenting yourself to be. And essentially, we all do this. We all do this to fit in. We all sacrifice aspects of ourselves in order to be liked, in order to not be cast aside and gain this social safety. But there's parts of us that go unfulfilled, and when parts of us go unfulfilled, they'll be fulfilled in other ways. Think about it like, my favorite example of this is you're in traffic and someone cuts you off and you call them every name under the sun, you're flipping them off, you're extremely enraged, but all that person did was make you slam on the brakes a little bit hard. And in the grand scheme of things, nothing really happened. In the grand scheme of things, they might have slighted you a little bit, but it doesn't warrant that kind of reaction. What that essentially is that there's emotions that are going unfulfilled. There's aspects of yourself that are not being expressed. And what you don't express, what you suppress will be expressed. That's the saying. I messed it up. I'm sorry. But really, what I'm trying to say is the greatest outlet for these emotions, the greatest outlet for your personality and the aspects of your personality that are going unfulfilled is creativity. Is a form of art, whether it's painting, whether it's writing, that's what it is for me, whether it's speaking, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing. Like, find something that you can do on a day-to-day basis that doesn't require a lot of time, but allows you to be yourself, allows you to finally represent your true self and get what needs to be said out there. And for me, I think writing is the easiest medium because I can literally do it on my phone. I can open my notes app on my phone, just talk about an idea, get those ideas out, and I don't have to publish it. I don't have to put it anywhere. I immediately feel better. I immediately have rationalized what I was trying to say. Instead of allowing that thought to pass out of my head and go unfulfilled, I put that on paper. I put that on something, and now for the rest of my life, I can go back and see what I was thinking in that moment, see the expression, see what led to that idea. And I think there's just something that is almost like a spiritual-esque experience in this, and I really urge you to start doing this, whether it's just a few words every day, whether it's just you write down the events of your day, whether you write down your emotions at the time, whether you just I don't care how you do it. I just want you to start expressing yourself. I want you to start expressing yourself, especially in written form, because the better you can express yourself, the better you can communicate with people, and the better you can communicate with people, the easier you will be going through your life. And these are all skills that we can work on: creativity, imagination, communication, all sorts of things that are the more softer skills that I feel like are going over most people's heads. We are reliant on the computers, we're relying on AI. Our social skills are getting worse and worse. We're not relying on our own capabilities. We're not being self-reliant, as Emerson said. And I think there's a real avenue here for you to find an aspect of yourself that you have not been finding in your day-to-day life. And I promise you, you might not see the effects today, but if you keep this up, you're going to feel a whole lot better about yourself, and you're going to feel a whole lot more whole, because the aspects of ourselves that we neglect, they are part of us. And if we are not whole and we're not moving through this world whole, then how do we expect to be treated good? How do we expect for others to like us if we don't even like ourselves? If we're not even acknowledging aspects of ourselves, if we don't even accept ourselves, how could someone else accept us? So yeah, I want you guys to think about this. I think this is one of the most important videos I've ever made. I don't know if it's gonna make sense. I don't know if this is, because I could see people just like seeing this video and being like, all right, this is complete nonsense. But I'm telling you, this is truly one of the greatest changes I've ever made in my life, and it's made some of the greatest impact I can name out of anything else I've ever done. And yeah, I just want to spread the good news. I want to spread the word. And yeah, with that said, I love you guys so much. If you want to read the stuff I write, I wrote a book. You don't have to buy it. Just this idea alone is more beneficial than whatever I said in my book. I don't even remember, but love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all the support. It has been crazy. I don't know what to say aside from thank you, and love you guys.